Hi guys, it's Nigel at Lacock Estate Agents. I hope you're well today. It's Wednesday morning and I really want to welcome you to my property tour today because I'm excited to show you this property. Just in and behind me, we're in a place called Woodrow Road, which goes out on the lovely Lacock side of Melksham. It's one of the oldest roads in Melksham. Just in there behind me is the old forge. It was built in, I think, 1902. It's been owned by the present occupiers since 1981, so not a lot's changed there. There's 3 bedrooms inside this detached property. It's also been extended, so therefore spacious, and it also comes with an annex there just to the right there. So as you go into the annex, you've got a kitchen, and then you've got a downstairs wet room, bedroom, etc, etc. It's a very spacious property, and then along that side there's also an outside kind of workshop stroke store. There's a bit of side plot there. It's actually probably big enough, I think, for a little infill if you wanted to, but really the focus is on this property, which is a 3-bedroom detached period cottage built in 1902 with an annex as well. So it's great for multi-generational families that are looking for a smallish place with an annex. This would be perfect. And of course the property is called the Old Forge, going out on the Lacock side of Melksham in Woodrow Road. It's a semi-rural position, absolutely beautiful little place to get on our books today. Now with all my tours, I'm going to spin this camera around. We're going to talk about the amenities, where we are, and then we're going to head in just over there through that door and take a good look around Old Forge. Of course, there's those lovely elevations there. That's the extension there with the annex. You can put 2 cars in here, and then it just goes along there, and then there's a lot of side garden there as well. Now this is Woodrow Road. There's individual properties all the way up Woodrow Road. It is a semi-rural location. The lovely village of Lacock, a National Trust village of Lacock is about 4 miles north that way. There's a pub. You've got lovely countryside walks, lane walks around here. You can get up and around Spade Park or Chitto as well, in and around back of the Bowood estate as well. Further along, if you wanted to go back into Melksham, you can ride up there for a couple of miles and you're into the town. It's about a 10-minute drive. There's a shop down there, and then of course there's walks in around you as well. There's fields behind, and of course it's just the location, Woodrow Road, that makes this quite special. An Old Forge is a great name, actually. It used to be a blacksmith that owns it. Like I say, these guys have been here since 1981 as well, so there's a bit of history to this cottage. We believe it's built in 1902, so it's pretty old. You can go further down, just in terms of amenities, go up New Road. That will take you up to Sandridge Common. There you can get up to Bromham that way. You can get to Devizes. If you go down there and you go past into Lacock, you can go up to the Rising Sun. You can get to Chippenham that way, and again around the old Bowood estate, or you can go further into Lacock, and then again link up to the A350 or go to Whitehall or get onto the M4 access from here. Like a nice little 20-25 minute drive and you're onto the M4 as well. Like I said, with Melksham, it's just up the road. Our thriving market town of Melksham's just up the road. You can drive into Melksham quite easily from here as well, and then go about your daily activities and then get back to this property. We're going to go through that door, of course. This property is the Old Forge, built in 1902. Let's take a good look around because there's a lot to see with this property. Before I actually go in, I just wanted to walk along the side here because you've got quite a lot of plot here. There's a smallish garden at the rear, but there's a lot from here to where that garage or that old workshop would have been. The only thing I could say is you could get access to there because there used to be gates, but there was a telegraph pole. Now I don't know if a car can fit that side and then you can make this into a garage. If not, you can either try and move it, or you could just bring this over here, move some of this wall, and then you'll have easy access into this. This could all be built around. Obviously, it's quite a wide plot. You could look at an infill, but we're selling the property as it is. That's for potential, but certainly you can make more outbuildings out here. You could create a double garage, all subject to planning permissions, of course. But I think with that in the way on the right, you could open that up and get in if you had bikes. But if you wanted a car, let's say from here to here, that might be a nice way in. Take down this dwarf brick walling, and then you can get into your access there. You can even make a carport or whatever, going in the future. In fact, you can even put a carport over there if you wanted to make it where the parking is for those 2 vehicles. I'm just going to bring you around the front again because it is a pretty cottage, this, the Old Forge. I can't put it's called Old Forge, by the way. It's a lovely little elevation. It's a lovely peaceful setting down here in Woodrow Road. and you're virtually semi-rural and you're going out towards country. What a wonderful building this is. This is where, again, you could put another carport. There's a little garden in there that I'll show you later. But let's go through that door and take a good look around this 3-bedroom detached property with an annex as well. As promised, here we go. Remember, parking for parking. Could do something up there. That's something you can consider. Go through these wrought iron gates. I love that little pillar, those 2 pillars. Bit of character, a little bit front garden as well. Absolutely amazing. Remember, that's a workshop and they sit under there as well, so there's a bit more to it with this property. It's quirky inside. You do have some low ceilings, boys and girls. You've got to watch your head if you're doing some viewings. Love that little circular. This is all stone. Amazing. Tiled flooring going in. And then this comes into the living room. Now these stairs are quite low. You just got to watch your head. They take you to the 3 bedrooms upstairs and family bathroom. In here you can see that multi-fuel burner being the focal point of the room. You've got little recesses there for TV. You've got window here and window here, just bringing in natural light. It's a decent sized room this. Bring it around again, just to show you the size of this property. Really good living room. Stairs going up. Again, there's 3 bedrooms up here, and remember, this does come with an annex as well. I'll just walk out into the kitchen because it's important so we get an idea of which way we're going to do this tour. Kitchen's pretty decent inside. Eye level cupboards, table goes in there, base units, etc, etc. Nice window looking out to the rear. I'll give you a sneak preview out there because there's quite a lot of garden out there, and then you can see the workshops and that covered area. Really, you could maybe do something more with that, like I said, or create a carport or a garage as well, or a double, and then do something else with the seating arrangements out there if you wanted to make a pergola or a nice trellis, whatever you wanted to do. You know, you could make something else as well. Kitchen's the kitchen. This comes with all heating. The oil tank is in the garden. I think they fill it twice a year, but they only half fill it twice a year. So it's like one fill, but they just do that twice a year as well. Little access up there to into the roof for extra storage. Little lean-to stroke conservatory stroke boot room stroke utility, whatever you want to call this. Double glazed windows and stuff. Plumbing for washing machine, further storage for white goods. Little cupboard in there. There's even an outside toilet, which is pretty cute. I'll pop the camera just out here because this is all bordered as well. It's very pretty. The main garden's over there, and then you've got this small garden here, and there's another bit of garden at the back there as well. Beyond this is someone else's garden, so it can never be developed on in that sense, but that's someone else's garden that just juts out and comes across. And then beyond that, again, you've got some fields as well. Coming back through to here, like I say, nice sized kitchen. Now, little sign there saying this is a gnome home, mind your dome. So you have to duck. If you're 6'4", you're going to clonk your head if you don't. Luckily, I'm not 6'4". I'm as short as I am wide. And coming back through here, just wanted to show you this one more time. It's triple aspect actually, because you've got a window there, you've got a window there, and a window there. That brings in natural light. And you might notice there's a door in here. Now, this isn't the annex. It's like another living room area where they can kick back. That door takes you to the annex. You've got some stone exposed bits there, some beams there. I don't know how old this is, this section of the property, whether it's part of the original 1902, but the cottage is or was built and is built in around 1902. Nice windows bringing in elevations, tiled flooring. So again, look, these guys like to kick back. You've already got your living room here anyway, your kitchen in there, but it's another room. It's like a family room that takes you to where we're going to go next, the annex. I'm going to show you the annex before actually going upstairs, because I think as we're here, why don't we? But this is pretty cool because it's functional. You got your sink over there, you got radiators here, seating area. It's a little kitchen area, which is cool. You got 3 windows as well. Just thought I'd just show you around. So again, it's great for multi-unit generational family. Mum lives with these guys, this family. Window, window, window. Mum's been here since 1981. And then obviously the family's moved in with Mum. And they really do. I think they have 2 kids themselves, and then both obviously husband and wife, and then Mum as well. So this is the kitchen living room area. There is a side door as well that you can go out. There's a little wet room in here. We say wet room, there's a radiator, tile flooring, low level WC and wash hand basin. But there is a little area there for the shower, and you can just see that shape of the floor. So you can use this as a shower stroke wet room stroke toilet. And of course, bedroom. Brilliant. Come through here again. I want to open up this door. It probably makes sense to do this before we do the other main garden, just to show you that you can come from that door here and you've got your access in here. There's even another little garden area if you wanted to sit out here. Mum wanted some peace and quiet, or dad, or whatever, anybody really, in that annex. You just sit out here, chill out. You're not going to get disturbed. And of course, like I said earlier, you've got this part of the garden. There's again another patio that takes you down there, and that main garden's over there. This hedging is owned by that neighbouring house over there. They own all this hedging. There's a little gully there or whatever in there, but it's owned by the neighbour. They've just got a big brick walling there, and that's the boundary line. So this all here is owned by the neighbouring property, if that makes sense. We're going to go out there later. Let's come back in here, but I just thought it was really cute to show you this. Put your bins alongside here as well. And then back into the annex. Just close that for a minute. Another look in here. Remember, cloak room, shower room, whatever you want to call it. Definitely have a bedroom. Come back through. And then you've got your kitchen. And of course you've got your TV area. There's like a kitchen, living room. It's big enough. Remember, annexes are used just for one person anyway. And even if you wanted to stretch your legs and no one else is in here, you've got this other room as well, which isn't part of the annex, but it's here anyway for the whole family, which is pretty cool because they've also got another living room and kitchen beyond that themselves. Let's get upstairs and have a look at those 3 bedrooms and bathroom for the main property. So we're back into the living room. We're going to climb these stairs, little stair gate there, because the children, a young one. Just show that around again. Now you can see there's a low ceiling there, so you've got to just duck as you go in. Just in case you don't want to bang your head. Obviously there's a landing here, access to loft space. That's that entrance going down, coming up through the landing. This is one of the bedrooms, I'd say the small one. You could put a double bed in here, to be honest with you. But they've got obviously a built-in over window to the front, double glazed window to that front aspect. Freestanding wardrobe. Little beam going across there, which is cool. Come into the landing area. If we went left, another little access space. Bathroom, low level WC, wash and basin, bath, shower, walk-in shower as well, which is pretty cool, and then a obscure double glazed window just to that rear, but big enough bathroom as well. Next bedroom, which I say is the next biggest bedroom. Again, this is a double window to the rear, big enough for kids' room. You can have it as the main room as well if you wanted to, if you wanted a bit at the back. But their main bedrooms here. Double bed, freestanding either side, or built-in wardrobes either side. Of course, you've got a window to the front, radiator to a wall, little beam going along there, which is cute. And this completes the upstairs, the 3 bedrooms. And remember, the bathroom's got a shower and a bath in it as well. But the bedrooms aren't so bad up here. They're pretty good in terms of size. And then obviously from the other side, you've got the annex as well, the 2 living rooms, if you want to put it that way, utility and kitchen. So what we should do now, boys and girls, let's get outside, have a look at that lovely rear garden and just see what potential there is for you to look at. So yeah, I'm just out back in the rear garden. I just mentioned we were over there earlier. We mentioned those border lines and all this, and there's another garden behind, and then the fields going behind that. There's countryside all around, countryside walks. There's old names to it, like Clink Lane and everything, if anybody knows Melksham that well. And of course you can get up to Chitto from there. You get up to certain areas as well, but it's just great being on this side of the road. We call it the Lacock side. And look at the size of this side garden then, let's call it. You've got all this to it, mainly later lawn, all enclosed. That building's further away, that's the neighbouring building. And then you've got these outside bits, so the old workshop, and then they've got a little covered area here. But it's pretty big. And we had a look at that telegraph pole. Maybe someone wants to consider either moving it or doing something where they can bring a car in. I think this is ripe for doing something with where you can make add-ons, most definitely. And you could put a carport in here. I mean, it's quite a wide structure that's existing here anyway. So for me, I would make that into a garage or a carport or something and just sort out the access from this side. From that lamppost, like I said, those are 2 fences that used to open up into there, but maybe the car was smaller because you can see it, you used to have doors opening in. But I would just bring this wall away and maybe just come from here into there, and then you've got all of this as well, which isn't bad at all. Lovely garden. There's a lovely feel with this because you're out in the country really. You're semi-rural at least. A little covered area. Again, I think you could do much more with this. If somebody wants to spend the money, of course, I would, because it only enhances the property. But it's cute. You're paying for a lifestyle move down here. And Old Forge is just a lovely property built in 1902. I'm going to give you a little summary of what I think about it. And it's an easy one really, because what do I think? If you've got a multifunctional family then, or generational family, this could work, because you've got your main house with 3 bedrooms. You've got your kitchen, your living room. In fact, you've got 2 living rooms, utility. It's big enough out here. And then you've got the extra annex there, and you've got parking in front for 2 at least anyway. You can leave the other car on the road if you want, or you can make more parking. And that's the important thing. There's a lovely cottage. It's got some character as well. Old Forge with a fireplace, some beams and stuff. We think it's built in around 1902. Please don't quote me on it if it's built in 1903 or anything like that. But that's just a good idea. I love the rear or the side garden as well. It just finishes it off lovely, the Old Forge. It's not going to be on the market long because there's not a lot of character around and things going on the market like this. And it really is an interesting property to show because it can appeal for different people. It can even appeal for just a couple, or someone who wants to have a cottage, lock it away, or move, and they want flexible living as well. Well, this could be perfect. But any questions, guys? It's Nigel at Lock and Key Independent Estate Agents. Give me a call on 01225 707 342. I hope you've enjoyed the tour, and I look forward to hearing from you.